Hello YouTube fans, this is the Scar Clown. As you can see, look at what I'm wearing. Because it's fucking piece of shit motherfucker. Alright, so the reason I point that out is because guys can see that. Have you been noticing in my videos that it goes back and forth to, cold and heat? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Oh, it's global warming. Oh, motherfucker, please. Global warming my ass. It's because we're saying nigga, NAGA. Alright, that's why. They don't want to tell you that though, right? Of course they don't want to tell you that. Some days it's fucking cold, some days it's fine. That's how you know the shit is ending. The shit is ending very soon. And some people are going to be like, it just means it's going to snow a lot. Whatever, dude. Like, I'm not going to listen to none of that fucking BS, man. Because it's just BS. I'm walking my GMO dog. It's not mine. It's not really mine, it's my mom's. So... But I'm gonna go out anyways. We're gonna get bud. But look good. You see how the sun is out? It's so beautiful and shit. Obviously though, they're always around here. They're always blocking shit. Obviously this is not the only place that they always do it. Of course. I mean, I'll be dumb and stupid to think that it only happens here. It happens everywhere, but it only happens in certain places. Also because some people just don't see this sometimes, every freaking day. This is why they see sometimes every day now. That's how I know they're trying to hide shit. That's how I know that there's shit right there in the sky that they don't want you to see. So, but this is ending soon. I can't wait to us going after their weather machines. We're going to do that soon. I have a feeling we're going to do that soon. I mean, we could do it right now, to be quite honest. I mean, we can literally take out these clouds if we wanted to. Shout out to, what's his name? Osiris? Shout out to that brother. He literally pointed his finger and he's like, disappear, dissipate. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. And he was literally showing you that he could dissipate clouds. And he's not the only one that could do that, I've done that a couple of times of just not saying what he said, mainly because I'm just saying other things like fade, gone, basically. And that has power. Remember, words have power. That's why what is this dog doing? Rolling all over the freaking dirt and shit. Does that feel good? Oh, I bet it does. He's like, oh, I'm just so itchy. He's like, yeah. You know how you're on a bed and you're just like, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, you can literally look at the clouds and and just take them away. Words have power. Again, going back to what I said, there's a reason why people have stupid mindsets, because they say stuff and then it gets stuck in their brain and it hurts their heart. Have you ever, I don't know about you, but before you got, very in tune with yourself and everything spiritual, have you ever said something and then all of a sudden it hurt your heart deep down? Yeah, that's because you don't believe it. And you're hurting yourself for that. You're keeping yourself blocked, basically, of anything that good could come in, And you feel that. That really does hurt. That's a mental thing. And that really does hurt your psyche in a way, But you can always bounce back. Always. This is how it is sometimes. Which is a good thing. Because you can always bounce back on this. Because people might... That's the thing. Some people might not bounce back off it because of their mindset-wise, but other people can, just because of their mindset. I thought he had shit in his collar. I'm like, are you serious? But that's other things that what is it? There's other things that go to mindset-wise too. Remember, because it depends. When you wake up, what do you think of? Do you think of being spiritual? Do you think of just probably looking at porn? Or do you think of just what's going to happen soon? Because when I wake up every day, literally thinking that, hey, this we're getting closer and closer every day. That's how I feel every time I wake up. Every time I wake up, I'm like, it's almost like what is it? Spiritual Soul. He pointed this out that spiritual soul pointing this out, that he's literally waiting that when he goes to sleep and he doesn't wake up, basically, like your body leaves this world and stays in the astral realm. But he knows that the physical and the spiritual world are coming together anyways. But that's a good thing that he mentioned, because it gets you thinking a little bit too, you know, because it's like, well, what if one day we just don't come back? You know, just literally think about that. What if one day we go to sleep and we're not dead? People might think we're dead, but we just never came back from the astral realm because we're like, no, this shit's over. We don't have to be here anymore. It could be possible. That's hugely possible. But I'm not saying that will happen, because we're still going to come together at the same time and get these motherfuckers out. Because if we leave in my opinion, if we leave here in the astral realm, I don't know. I mean, that could mean multiple things. Maybe people will just think that, oh, this is so fucked up, why he left us or something. But at the same time, it could be just we leaving because we're actually getting prepared. And then we can come back to our physical bodies. And then people will be like, I thought you were dead. We buried you, motherfucker. You know? It's just an example, just to, you know, something to think of. I don't know. It's just something I always thought about when Sirius Spiritual Soul started talking about it. So it's just something that I thought about. And he just got me, you know, gearing my heads with that, because it's something to think about. What is this dog taking me at? Come on, man, let's go. So this is the best thing to think about. One of the things to think about, because again, if you don't have the right state of mind, you ain't gonna go nowhere, man. For real, it's like the same thing with why do you think they want you to be religious and shit? Because that mindset is so fucking downgraded and shit that once you tell anybody about spiritual enlightenment stuff, or about how the true Bible was made, people will be like, oh, that's so fucked up, how can you say that? You're gonna go to hell. And it's like, you mean vibration wise? No. And it's funny too, because get away, yo. Because if low vibration people are telling other people that are high and know what the fuck they're talking about, saying that they're gonna go to hell, it's just so funny, because it's like, do you know what that even means, man? But some people might be like, don't fucking tell me that shit. Don't rub that shit on me. You know, some people are like that, which I don't blame them. Fuck that. That's fucking true. You know, it's almost like when an argument happens, you're like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. Why? I don't have to be a part of anything. Fuck that shit, man. You know, if you ask my opinion, then I'll give you my opinion. But other than that, that's it. You know, but that's really it, guys. Something I want to get a video out just for right now, and I'll probably see you later. Alright, I know I said I'd be back, but I want to say something about these fucking dogs. Like, shout out to was it DCancer21? I think he mentioned that, you know, the canines have like sharp teeth and shit, reptilian teeth, which is true. Do you see how these dogs react sometimes, and how, you know, some of these dogs, they all talk and they don't do anything. Why is that? It's funny though. When a wolf, an animal, and you know, an animal from nature, when you do that to a wolf, the wolf stands its guard. It challenges you. You know, that's why a lot of spiritual people get connected to wolves, because they like to, you know, stand down and shit, you know, almost like a lion, you know. That's the best thing. So and it's true, because if you left your dog out in the middle of nowhere, they could be dead in a week, in a month, or even a year, because they won't survive. They probably get hit by a car and shit. You know, most people are like, oh, that's bad, how can you say that shit? But it's true. These dogs won't go back to the wild life, basically. They don't go back to anything. They just feel sad, lonely, and shit. And most people are like, that's because they want love all the time and shit. Look, I get that maybe some dogs probably have souls in them, obviously. Mostly everything has a spirit, all right? Not everything has a soul. So there's that. So another thing too that's happening. Look at this, man. Look, hold on. know if you can see that. And it doesn't pick up on camera. But from far away, it looks like the sun is trying to beam in through here, man. Fade, 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 gone, gone, gone. Fade, 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 gone, gone, gone. Fade, gone. Oh, look at that. It's starting to clear up. You see? You see what happens when you're in your power, when you know thyself? Look at that. It's starting to clear up back there. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. You know? Obviously, it's almost like what what's this YouTuber's name again? Raw. It's almost like what he said too. It takes time with big clouds and shit. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it be? If there was a whole bunch of us doing it in one big cloud, I guarantee you it'll be gone in 5 or 2 minutes. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. We have the power, man. We do. We have the power, and it's fucking amazing to know to have that power. When you know thyself, you start crying a little bit. Is that just me? I don't know. That's just me. I start crying a little bit because you finally know who the fuck you are. You're not guessing who I am. You're not guessing of like, oh, maybe this is who I am. No, motherfucker, you actually know who the fuck you are. And no one's not gonna tell you fucking differently. Right? That's where when my friend told me that, you know, I know what I know, basically, in a spiritual way, basically, and no one has to tell me differently. And I'm like, exactly. Just because someone else doesn't see it doesn't mean that you don't see it, you know? And sometimes other people that are spiritually in tune will help other people that are spiritually in tune. Like when people told me, oh, like, don't cut your hair, it's antennas. I'm all like, holy shit, thank you guys for telling me that. I never knew that. I really never knew that. That's really cool to know that. I remember asking the question, can I trim my hair? I won't cut it completely, but can I trim it? No. But, I mean, I do. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of girls back then liked my long hair. They used to like go like this all the time. So, yeah. Even though my hair was messed up now. But, you know, there's so many stuff that you actually figure out who you are just by like living your life. You know, just by living your freaking life, you actually know who the fuck you are spiritually, especially if you're not hanging out with people, and especially if you're not watching the news, and if you watch people that are spiritually in tune with themselves, you know, because even if you are starting this out, you're going to thank yourself later, basically, even if you're starting this out. Because when I started this out, I thought it was not going to be the way I am right now. And I am. And I'm just like, that's fucking good, you know? And when you look back at it, you actually appreciate it. You know, you cry a bit. So going back to who you are, when you do find out who you are, you start realizing that these motherfuckers have been trying to suppress you all this time. And then you start questioning too, why are they trying to suppress me? What did I do to them? I didn't do anything to them. Was it because I was just born? That's why? Sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. Yeah. Sometimes they act fucking pathetic and shit to you because you were born. Because they don't want you here. They literally don't want the chosen ones to be here. I'll say this, if the chosen ones weren't here, this planet would be so fucked. You know? And not to say the, you know, Anunnaki brothers and sisters won't come in eventually. Because, look, I already know that if we weren't here, this shit would still happen. This shit would still happen. The reason we even came here to begin with is because we want to be a part of this shit. We want to be a part of this shit and tell people, like our grandkids, our future, you know, our future kids and shit, we want to tell them that, yo, we lived through this. And this is what happened. You know? And I'm living proof of it, you know? If I'll say this, if you don't believe me, you won't be here, basically, you know? That's why we're gonna tell my kids and grandkids, you know? Because we're gonna tell them this in the future. And holy crap, man. My nieces, they're babies right now, but they're gonna go through this shit. They're gonna be witnessing crazy shit. And the thing is, it's good for them to start out when they're young, because when they see these good extraterrestrials, they'll be open to it. And then when they grow up like a teenager, they'll be like, dude, I've been seeing this all my life, you know? So I can't wait for that to happen for my nieces, for my babies. Yo, I just can't wait for that shit, man. It's gonna be a wonderful fucking time to live, man. It is. It's gonna be a fucking beautiful time to live, and it's just gonna be awesome. We all gonna meet each other, you know. All of us are probably gonna hang out with each other too, you know. But other things too. There are other planets though, like us. That could all be destroyed once this whole energy comes in. But just in case, we are still gonna go after these beings that have done this in other planes of existence, basically. Like other planets that went through the same thing that we did, basically. Because, look, I don't know if it was the Andromedans or some other extraterrestrial. Maybe I did point out it was the Andromedans. But one of the extraterrestrials does not like extraterrestrial interfering with other planets. They don't like that. But that's a law that's been broken countless times. Why? Because we gotta help people out here, basically, you know? And the reason for that is because we're supposed to evolve naturally. That's how everybody was in this whole galaxy. They evolved naturally. First they were like, you know, kind of dumb. Then they started knowing who they were, and then they actually became higher selves, you know? And then when that happened, they were like, holy shit, you know, there's other places that are like this. And we can leave the planet, come back, you know, and that's why some extraterrestrials want to help us, you know, because they went through the same shit. And not only that, mainly because they see these evil Dracos and they're like, we want to get rid of these motherfuckers because what they did to they blowed up our fucking planet. And the thing is, they try to blow up this planet, but they can't. Why? The Lord doesn't let them. The Lord is basically like, you can blow up that planet and that planet, but this is the God planet. Good fucking luck, asshole. It's like, for real. And I've heard too that if we weren't here, like if all of us weren't here, the planet would literally just kill herself. Why? Because she doesn't want nothing to do with these beings. Don't worry, we can create another Earth. Yeah, we could. We created this Earth anyways. Alright? Why do you think we came down here? We created the Earth and we came here. Yes, it does go with the whole Tiamat thing and Marduk. And by the way, I haven't mentioned this, but Marduk is going to get his fucking day. I'll just say that. Sashan, Enki, Marduk, Seth, and Aman, they're going to get their dues. You know, sometimes I don't mention Marduk a lot, but he's one of the big factors that fucked a lot of things over too. You know, he's not the big factor, but he's one of those groups basically that it was like, hey, fuck the people, you know, fuck these guys. I don't care if they're my family members. Fuck them, you know. They're more paying attention to their reptilian brain than their love brain, you know, if that makes sense. Than their love thing, you know. They care about more destruction than just taking care of people, being loving, and make sure this shit does not happen. You know, we're warriors at the end of the day. There's a reason for that. The planet made us warriors just because shit like this could happen, just in case shit like this happens, you know? And the thing is, this is the weakest state we could ever get to. The only thing we can do now is go up. That's the only thing we can do. And we can never fall again because we learned. We already know how we fell. We already know that experience. These evil beings, they keep falling and falling and falling, but they don't learn. They don't want to learn. They refuse to learn. Like Sasha, she refuses to learn. Like a stupid bitch that she is. Seriously. What kind of mindset is that shit, man? You do all of this terrible stuff, and you didn't think one second, Sasha, that maybe this shit was not for nothing? I mean, maybe this wasn't worth it, basically? You never thought of that, did you? No, because you were still greedy. That's why you look like fucking Godzilla. Seriously, man. That's why you look like a fucking giant serpent that looks grotesque. Not zombie-ish, but grotesque. You know, you have fucking titties and a fucking dick flapping around, walking everywhere and shit. Seriously, man. This is what Satan is. This is who she is. The reason she made herself like that is because she just wanted to be the only woman on this planet. Are you high? That's why she looks at all the women in this planet and she envies them. She wants them all dead, especially these Dracos. Some of these evil Dracos want your women dead too, because they don't respect women at all. They don't. They hate. The reason they hate the women is because they literally see Mother Gaia. They literally see nature. They literally see Mother Tiamat. They literally see Mother Cosmos. Every time they see you, so Hispanic and black people, they they think of the cosmic mother and they hate you for that. They hate you for that automatically. You can do nothing to them, but automatically they hate you just because you look like the fucking stars. You look like dark matter. That's why they hate you. You know, there's more things why they hate you, because they want to be like you, which is fine. You want to be like us, but then greed started happening. Greed, and then you started taking away our shit, and then you started eating us and killing us, and none of us are not gonna. We could probably. Some of us are probably never going to forgive or forget that. Some of us might forgive but not forget, but some will probably never forget and never forgive. Which I can't blame them for. I can't. Why would I? You came to a planet that wasn't supposed to be yours, and yet you gutted so-called Hispanics and black people, and yet you still think that you own this shit. And you're crying like a little bitch because you still think you own this shit. You still think that out of all the shit you've done, you still think that you belong here while you're still killing the planet. Why do you think the planet's killing you off? She's killing you off because you pathetic motherfuckers can't take care of yourselves. If you can't take care of yourselves, you can't take care of nature. If you can't take care of nature, you can't take care of your own kind. That's why you see these reptilians fighting each other. Because they don't care. They only want what they want. Everyone has their own agenda. I'm talking about the evil ones, I mean. Everyone has their own agenda. The good beings have good agendas too, but they're not like the reptilians. The evil reptilians, I mean. You know? Because these evil Dracos, all they want to do is destroy, and destroy. That's all they know. That's all they know. Again, not all of them. Only the evil ones. The reason they just want to destroy, because, again, that's all they know. And that's how they were raised, sadly. Some of them were raised like that. I wish they weren't raised like that, but hey, shit happens in the universe. And are we going to fix that shit too? Fuck yeah, we are. We're going to fight those white Dracos that are freaking supposedly like 9 feet tall and shit. You know? They might be 9 feet tall, but when I turn into the fucking great ape, they're going to be tiny as a motherfucker. And I'm going to stomp them, alright? And I fought big Dracos before, but not a white one. I never fought a white Draco. I fought different color ones and big ones that are like taller than me, but that's really it. I've seen pictures of the white Dracos, but I never obviously seen them. And the thing is, some of these people will always say, if you see one, run. Just run. And I'm just like, why? They're scared of you. And plus, if you have high vibration, I heard that they would just kill you. They won't eat you. Because they can't take it. If they eat you while you're high vibration, they will die. They will die. That's why they like to suck low energy people. Because that's how they feed. That's all they care about. Is low vibration. Which is sad. Because they don't know how awesome they could be. But they don't care about that. They stopped caring about that a long time ago. It's funny too. I might say that, you guys could have been amazing. You guys could have been a part of us. But they don't want to. They don't want to. They refuse not to. Every time we give them a little bit of chance, they always take that chance and spit it on our face. But no more. No more. It's the same thing with Sashan. She has no more chances anymore. Alright? This is your final chance, motherfucker. Alright? And not even, because it's already too late. What's done is done. The thing is, Sashan, you had this whole opportunity to literally give yourself up. And you didn't. So you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to fucking tie you up in a fucking goddamn noose chain. Right? And I'm going to have everybody beat you like a fucking piñata. That's what I'm going to do. Right? I don't know what other people are going to do, but that's what I'm going to do to you. Right? You could be screaming and begging. I won't give a fuck. Right? If I have to chop your dick and tits off too, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Right? I really don't give a fuck. The reason I won't show no mercy on you is because you send these motherfucking pedophiles here. And what are these pedophiles doing? Doing sex trafficking, eating little babies. You don't care about that. That's why I'm going to fucking slaughter your ass. Right? And I don't mind that. And I don't mind if I do that all by myself. Because I will make sure you're gone forever. Alright? All I have to say is, you're sure? You better hold me back. Because, whew, for real. But I'll see you guys later. And be safe.